75 years of denial collapsed on live television.
Do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
Biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Non-human biologics.
Non-human.
This isn't a fringe theory anymore, it is a confession. Admirals, intelligence chiefs, senators, university professors, and pilots now admit
humanity is not the only intelligence in the universe.
UAPs are real, they're here, and they're not human.
They call it the age of disclosure. The Bible calls it the opening of the bottomless pit. The world is being groomed for a scientific and philosophical paradigm shift. But the prophets had a different name for it, Armageddon. While the Pentagon briefs the press on exotic propulsion, Scripture warns of a fallen star turning a key, releasing miracle-working demons to gather the nations for the final war. If disclosure is the new global creed, this is the heretical sermon. Scan the credentials. Elites from the Congress, the Senate, the White House, the Pentagon, they aren't plotting in dark rooms anymore. They are confessing under oath.
Non-human intelligence exists, it's been interacting with humanity, and it's been doing so on this planet for a long time.
The world is being groomed for an encounter, but is it a diplomatic mission or a spiritual attack?
To be clear, non-human intelligence has been actively conducting ISR, intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance of some of our most sensitive U.S. military facilities and nuclear sites.
ISR. Okay, so they're mapping our defenses and disarming our nukes. These aren't the weapons we will use in this war. The watchmen, they see the writing on the wall. These are the spirits of devils gathering the kings of the earth. The clock is ticking toward a moment of no return.
I feel tremendous pressure to share what I can because I know there will come a time where we all wish we had done things different.
From the cockpits of our most advanced fighters, the report is the same. Trans-medium crafts that treat our physics like a suggestion. They dive from the vacuum of space into the crushing depths of the ocean without a ripple.
They were ubiquitous. We were seeing them nearly daily out there.
We were unable to maintain air sovereignty over North America.
Behold Lou Elizondo, a man trained in the dark arts of counterintelligence, tasked with heading ATIP, Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. He wasn't looking for ghost stories, he was hunting exotic vehicles. But what he found was a legacy program, a shadow government buried so deep, even the Oval Office was left in the dark.
This program had been capturing, retrieving, and reverse engineering UAPs since at least 1947. On numerous occasions, these retrievals included the bodies of non-humans, some sort of intelligent being that is not human.
They tell us we are on the threshold of a new era.
Remember, as far as we've come, we are still only just beginning the greatest paradigm shift in human history, the age of disclosure.
But what if the truth of this disclosure is being hidden from you? What if this upcoming war is the final reveal, a final test? What if it's a harvest? When you look at these recovered crafts and non-human bodies, don't look for a home planet. Look for a prison. These aren't travelers from a distant galaxy. They are the rulers, the authorities, and the spiritual forces of evil finally stepping out of the shadows and into our light. The government gave them a clinical name, UAPs and HIs, to make the supernatural feel scientific. They want you to see a military problem. But the Bible pulls back the curtain on a much older reality. If these spiritual forces have been here for millennia, disclosure isn't the right word. Apocalypse, a Greek word that means the unveiling. What veil is being removed? The veil of materialism. The age of disclosure is the new age. It is the bottomless prison being unlocked. They aren't coming to join our world. They're coming to claim it. What is the bottomless pit? It isn't a hole in the ground. It's a high security quarantine for fallen celestial beings. Think of it as the black side of the heavenly realms. These entities are not in heaven where God dwells, nor are they among the unfallen worlds where the sons of God sang at the dawn of creation. No, they've been exiled, denied the light of God's presence, and restricted from the sight of man. They are imprisoned in a space in between spaces, a counter space. They've been waiting in the dark, but the door is being unlocked. Go with me to Revelation 9. And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. And there came out of the smoke locusts, like unto horses prepared unto battle, and on their heads crowns like gold, and their faces were as the faces of men. And they had a king, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon. This is the legacy program that the government can't explain. Who are these demons, and when will the angels show up to protect us? To understand the coming climax, one must look past these exotic vehicles and into the ancient occult philosophy they carry. The world is being groomed for a scientific disclosure that is, in reality, a religious initiation. These entities, emerging from the counter space of the abyss, come preaching the ultimate high-tech gospel of spiritualism, the immortality of the soul. The hidden hand behind this disclosure isn't a traveler from a distant galaxy, it is a fallen host attempting to finalize a rebellion begun in heaven. Their message is a repackaged version of the serpent's lie, ye shall not surely die, ye shall be as gods. They claim to be our evolutionary overseers, suggesting that death is merely a transition and that humanity is ready to ascend into quantum mysticism, where the science of the lab meets the religion of the pit. By clinicalizing the supernatural as non-human intelligence, they bypass our spiritual defenses, making miracle-working demons feel like a scientific breakthrough, something the Counter-Reformation has been preparing us for 492 years. The endgame deception is to dismantle the materialist worldview and replace it with a sentient, panentheistic universe, the sun-worshipping world religion. They will claim that we must unite to enter the age of Aquarius, the golden age. The Great Awakening is the snare. This peace and prosperity comes with a price. The trade of the seal of the Creator for the counterfeit laws of the creature. As the world screams for security, they will point to those who keep the commandments of God as the negative frequencies hindering the planet's evolution. They are setting a stage where humanity will be forced to choose between the seventh-day Sabbath of the true Creator and a sun-worshipping unity dictated by the fallen angels. We were warned this unity was coming, a world unified not by peace, but by a common enemy.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
The Age of Disclosure is a carefully crafted stage for the ultimate good cop, bad cop routine. Imagine it. The abyss opens to reveal the locust-like aliens led by Abaddon the Destroyer. These are the fallen angels manifesting as an alien threat from outside this world. A force designed to induce a state of absolute panic. But this is only the first half of the snare. As the world screams for a protector, a second extraterrestrial force arrives, Satan impersonating Christ, the beast out of the bottomless pit. He comes as a majestic being of dazzling brightness, accompanied by his own angels or ascended masters. He promises to save the day, heal the nations, and usher in 1,000 years of peace and exalted faith. The world will fall at his feet, never realizing that the saviors from the stars and the monsters from the pit are the same fallen angels. It is a pitched battle engineered by a single commander. You know, Abaddon creates the chaos so that Apollyon, appearing as a counterfeit Christ, can be welcomed as the world king.
We're on the threshold of an entirely different understanding of the universe and our place within it, and technological opportunities and possibilities that were the stuff of science fiction just a few years ago.
And what shall be the end of this disclosure, I hear you ask? When the world is offered the long-expected millennium, an alliance will be born between the Vatican, the ET-appointed Mother Church, her Protestant daughters, and a third party, the political arm, ready to enforce the cosmic laws of our galactic brothers. As the first 4 trumpets of Revelation scorch the earth and turn the seas to blood, the great deceiver will point the finger at us. He will persuade the masses that those who keep the law of God are the reason the earth is dying. Compliance will be branded as patriotism. Persecution will be signed into policy. On the eve of the second advent, every miracle detached from obedience is a declaration of war against Jehovah. Catholics, mesmerized by holy wonders, will be swept away. Protestants, having traded the sword of the truth for the spectacle of the stage, will follow. Like moths orbiting a furnace, the world will chase the miracle straight into the lake of fire. The age of disclosure is about to end, and the age of delusion to begin. The solution to this worldwide snare is not found in a bunker or a classified briefing. It is found in Revelation 9, verse 4. When the abyss opens, the visitors are given a specific command: kill only those men which have not the seal of God in their foreheads. As the age of disclosure matures, liberty of conscience will be traded for international security. The dragon will go to make war with a very specific group of people, the remnant, which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus. If you are a commandment keeper, you will be accused of separatism. You'll be called a threat to the new universal peace. What can we do in such dark times? There is only one way out of this: the seal of God, a mark of loyalty. Loyalty that is inscribed into the very fabric of our minds. A law internalized, a deep spiritual rest. It is the Sabbath embraced when it has finally been made illegal. The seal of God is a standing rebuke to the rebellion. They offer you quantum mysticism. We choose quiet obedience. They boast of a godhood within. We bow to the God above. They mainstream ancient mysteries. We remember the immutable commandments. They will invite a demonic harvest. We will inhabit a divine rest. The character of Christ will be reproduced in you, under the weight of an entire world pressing against you. The age of disclosure is indeed the greatest paradigm shift in human history. And not because beings from Andromeda landed, but because humanity is about to bet its soul on lying wonders. Have you been sealed by the Spirit of truth? Right now, the winds are still being held back. The Lion of Judah is about to roar. The 144,000 will hear his loud cry. So, will you join the pride?